Hi everyone, it's Fiona from Lavender Blue. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a little while since I've been able to make a video because I've been so busy with computer stuff and designing more printables and things like that. So yeah, I've got a few more printables that I need to share. I haven't printed them out yet, but there's a photo collection, there's a fairy kit. I also did some celestial type, magic celestial type journal cards for anyone that's into that niche. And there's just a few other things in my shop, and I've been trying to get a design team together, and that's been fantastic actually. I'm really grateful to everyone who did respond and want to join my design team. And so I have around about, I think, 10 or 15 design team members now, and so I will be introducing them soon on my website. That's another thing I've got to do. So when I get around to that, I will introduce you to my design team members and give you their links and all that kind of thing as well. So anyway, yeah, I've been pretty busy, and I'm still yet to do my Language of Flowers journal. I've got it here. It's the accordion binding one that I did a couple of videos ago. So we need to finish that one. But before I went any further, I realised that I needed to make something to put all my ephemera in, all my little bits and pieces, die cuts and just, you know, little journal cards, butterflies, things that I've cut out that are just lying around everywhere. I have them all over the place, and I'll show you my old ephemera holder. And it is honestly just a big mess. It completely didn't work out how I thought it would. I got one of these files, and well, you can see I have pages too that of things that I haven't cut out yet, and they need to be filed away. But like these little dresses and other things from my kits, and I just like put cardstock inside these sleeves and made pockets this way, but everything is like really loose and it's just sort of falling out everywhere like this. So yeah, I really wanted to do something about it before I went ahead and did any more projects, because it's hard for me to find anything, because I've got some in there, and then I've got some in like little containers all over the place like this, and then I've got another big plastic container full of bits and pieces. So anyway, I need to be organised. So what I came up with, I was going to make an ephemera book based on one that I saw Jennifer from Genevieve Designs here on YouTube. She's fantastic. She had a book, and she'd put the pages, and then she made pockets with vellum or tracing paper you could probably use. But I didn't want to go to that extent. Like, I don't have a lot of time to do that. And then I remembered that I had these old CD sleeves, and I just got, there's like a box of 50 of them. These are the polypropylene sleeves, and I found these in the second-hand shop for $2, and they've been lying around for a long time. I haven't quite known what to do with them, but I knew I could recycle them in some way, but I wasn't sure. But now I came up with an idea to use them to make an ephemera storage book. So I've got one page here and another page I'm doing, so I'll show you how I'm doing it. So you've got the sleeve like this when it is all, you know, new. It's like this, and you've got a pocket on both sides, a pocket or a sleeve on both sides, and they do have this little bit here where that comes out, and if you pull it out, you have a hole there. So, but I don't see that as too much of a problem, because this one here, I've still got the hole, and because these pieces are quite big, they're not going to come out through that hole. But with this one, I just tried, I put some washi tape across the hole. Actually, not the hole. I put the washi tape across before the bit was pulled out, so it's just stuck down. So you could do that. So I'll just see how that goes on that one. But probably only need to do it with smaller things, like if you have little words and things like that. You could easily stick some clear tape over that as well. So that's not really an issue. And so how I'm joining it together was, you know, I thought this part here was perfect to be a spine. I mean, it would have been ideal if the pocket was up here, like that, but it's not. It's this way. So I decided I'd use this as a spine. And so what I've done is put a strip of, I'm just using old 12 by 12 sheets of cardstock that I'm not really using in a journal, and I used them to reinforce this, and then put my reinforcement rings, and it's all going to go together like this on the ring binding system. And I was worried about, you know, when I flip the pages, is it going to fall out? But it actually doesn't, so that's going to be fine. But I have got a solution. If it does slide out, what you can do is you could get a small tag or something, like just pretend this is a little tag, and you could get a, let's get one, one of those, a little oh, here I go forgetting my words again. Sorry guys. It's a brad, okay, but probably want a smaller one than this. These are some of the ones that I rusted, and yeah, they look really good. I think I do have some little ones somewhere, but yeah, put it in with a brad, just like a little tag. Put that in, and then this will swivel around. So it'll swivel around, and it can be your little closure there. And I think that would work anyway. You could probably make it a bit longer just to make sure. So that's an idea. So I've done, have I finished these? Yeah, I finished these two. So now I'm going to show you how I did it. So I measured first, and this little strip here just happens to be 1/2 inch. So what I did was I cut little strips 1 inch wide, and folded them in half. And then this way it's 4 3/4, just to the, not to the very edge, just to where the can you see, hang on, I'll just make sure I'm in camera. Oh, here we go. So it was 4 3/4 from here to here without worrying about the seam on the ends. So I've cut it so that it goes on like that. So, I mean, I don't know if these come in different sizes. I don't think so. I think they're all the same. So 4 3/4 by 1 inch, and then fold it in half. And how I attached it was I actually used some score tape. I've got, this is 1/2 inch double-sided tape, because I thought it would hold better than using a wet glue, and it's just less messier. So I'm just putting those on, but of course you can use glue as well. I just didn't want to wait for the glue to dry, so and being plastic, I wasn't sure if it would attach really well. So the reason why I did this was I wanted to reinforce that spine. And then you just burnish this down to make sure that the glue is stuck to your paper. And then I just use my little pokey tool to get the strips up. So once I've got one up like that, I'm just going to lay that one, make sure I've got it centered before I put it down, because I found that once it's stuck, it's stuck. So a bit hard to lift up. So now, can I use my fingers? No, it's not working. And this is a really old tape too, but it still works well. Stick that side down as well. So this is quite quick and easy. It's not going to take a long time to make this. And so for inside the pockets, I didn't want them to be flopping around. So that's why I've lined the inside of the pockets as well. And I've actually glued them down. Oh yeah, I did glue them down, but they've lifted again. I was worried about that. Probably should have put double-sided tape here, because that's going to stick. As you can see, it's lifted. Because I mean, you don't have to glue it down. You probably could just leave it like that. But I was worried about, you know, catching. When you're trying to put things in, it might get caught and go into there. But you could have that as another pocket also if you wanted to. But I wanted the clear pocket so that I can see what's in there. But that could also be another pocket. So when I do this one, I might just put the double-sided tape at that end and then push it in and stick it down. And because I'm just using offcuts of my papers that I'm not using, I'm not worried about it matching, because I'm not, for me, for this, I just wanted to get it done, and I just want it to be functional. You know, I'm not trying to match things up. So I've cut these, and to go inside, they need to be 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, a square. Or you can, I cut mine just shy of 4 3/4, so maybe a 1/16 of an inch smaller for ease of sliding in and out. Okay, so what I'll do with this one is I will put the tape on the end. There probably is a glue that will stick, but my particular glue obviously hasn't stuck to the plastic. I mean, if you were really conscientious, or, you know, you could sew it, if that's what you wanted to do. cut that off. And while I'm here, I'll do the other one as well. And because it's square, you don't have to worry too much which side you put it on, unless you've got a certain direction that it has to go. Just cut that one off there. I'll probably cut it a bit long. Just turn it over and check the ends. Okay, so and I think I'll put it in before I rip that off. That's probably the easiest way. So just slide it in. This is probably actually much better than gluing, so I will do that with these ones when I finish. So I'm just going to get the tape out now, if I can. Come on, fingers, work. Oh, there we go. Pull that off and then stick it down. And then you haven't got that lifting when you're trying to get things into here. See, that's stuck. That's stuck really well now. Okay, so I'll do the other side. Turn it over so I can get to the tape. So I don't know if I've seen anyone else make an ephemera holder like this, but I did think of designing some window envelopes with like a big window. But then I saw these, so I thought, well, we will just recycle, reuse, recycle. That's what it's all about with junk journaling, isn't it? There we go, they are now glued down. And I've got some, what shall I might make this one circles. We've all got a different way of organising things, I guess. I tend to go by, I don't know, shapes. I mean, yeah, well, however you organise it, you know. So I've got circles there, I've got flowers in there. This one was supposed to be more leafy things, but there's some feathers in there as well. But it's because these are from the same kit, the same die cuts. I kept them in the same little pouch. And then I've got one for butterflies, which I'll be adding a lot more butterflies. And these are my these are what I made when I did the foliage cotter video. I showed you how to do some mixed media on gel prints and make your own cutouts. So anyway, that's circles, and I'm not sure yet what I'll put in the next one. Okay, so all we do now is we punch the holes. So all I did was measure 1 inch in from either side, and that's right from the edge. Not from the edge of the paper, but right from the edge of the sleeve. So 1 inch in, 4 inches and 1 inch. So that they're all the same. Just put a little dot there. And then you just need a normal punch, single hole punch. And I'm obviously not going to punch it over there, but I'm going to do it in the middle. Stop shaking. Every time I go to do something that's a little bit fiddly. My hand wants to shake. Okay, hold steady. There we go. And then now you could put eyelets in there, which would actually look really pretty. But I didn't want to, use up all my eyelets just on an ephemera holder type thingy. So I use my reinforcement rings and I ink these up before I use them. So they're all inked up. You get the sheets like this in any office supplies store. You get all these sheets, so you can just ink them up whatever colour you want to and have them all ready to go. And actually they're another thing which I'm going to put in, that they will go in here too, in another pocket. So that's another idea. So I just put them on. So then we have our third one, and I'll just put them on all together just so you can get an idea. I think I want that one that way. So I've got some little ones. What do these measure? Or is it written on here? I think these might be 1 inch when they're closed. Seem to be about 1 inch, yeah. And then now it's expandable, I thought, because I thought, well, I'll start off with the 1 inch, and then, if I gather a lot more ephemera, I can just build it up and use these really big ones. These ones are 1.5 inches. So using the rings, I thought, well, yeah, then it's expandable, because if I made a book, I may not make it big enough, and then I'd have to make another book, so that was my thinking. So I'm not very good at putting these together, am I? I think I've got to push that over there, and then shouldn't be that hard, should it? Sorry guys, it shouldn't be this hard. Oh gosh, let's try the other one. I did it earlier, I did it easy, so I'm not sure what I'm doing. Line my holes up. Line your holes up, Fiona. I do have arthritis in my thumbs, and I think that's making it a bit hard for me to get to push hard here. But you just push. There we go, and it clicks in like that. Let's do this one again. Oh gosh. I wonder if that one's... Sorry you have to watch me struggling, but I wanted you to see what it's going to look like. Sorry, I can't get that one on. I really can't. I might have to... Let's try another one. Maybe that one's a bit skew-iff or something. It came apart easily enough. Oh yeah, and there we go. So it's obviously just this one. Let's put that one aside. So that's what you're going to have. And look at the room you've got. You've got, a lot of room to put a lot of folders, things. And there's 50 of them in a packet. So, and then you can just flip through them like this. And another idea, you could hang this somewhere, I was thinking. I mean, I don't think I will, but I mean, just an idea if you had somewhere to hang it up. So, yeah, that's how I'm going to do my ephemera holder, or ephemera storage book, whatever you want to call it. So I hope you enjoyed that idea. And when I come back, I've got a lot of other things and ideas that I'm going to show you, and hopefully I can film a little bit more often. Also, for those of you in my Facebook group, I will be organising a challenge for June, and we are going to have a challenge every month with prizes. And I'll also do a mini challenge each week with my freebies. But I will do another video about that, or I will just I'll do like an announcement in the Facebook group explaining all of that, but I'll also do a video and explain what's going to happen. So yeah, thanks very much for watching once again. I appreciate it, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.